Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Dana again. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, thanks for returning. So I just wanted to do a really quick video while I am preparing to leave to go to my PRN position at the hospital and complete my 8-hour shift for today. So I'll be in the process of pretty much packing my lunch, and then I'm just making some quick grits for my to go towards the kids' breakfast for this morning. So I wanted to talk with you guys about basically the responsibilities of the weekend case manager at the hospital. So starting off, what I do when I get in is I go ahead and I um, look and see what floors I am assigned to for today. Typically on the weekend, we are assigned to more than one floor. So I think I want to say they try to at least have six case managers on the schedule for the weekend. So we pretty much will probably have like between two to three floors apiece, right? So anywho, as soon as I get in, which I hope you guys can hear me fine, I'm kind of low because the kids are sleeping, so I try not to talk too loud while they're sleeping. But once I get in, I clarify what floors I'm assigned to for today. From that point, I reach out to the charge nurses, letting them know, hey, I'm your assigned case manager for today. I'm located at this extension. I will be sitting in this particular office, whatever, floor office I'll be sitting in. I'll let them know where I'm located pretty much. And then I just let them know, hey, do you have any urgent matters at this time I need to be aware of? They either let me know at that moment, yeah, we were waiting for someone. Someone was supposed to be discharged yesterday, but they wasn't. Can you look into that to see why they weren't? Or either they will let me know, hey, we don't have any urgent matters right now, but I have your contact information, so I'll give you a call once we do have some cases you need to look at. So from that point, once I complete my check-in, oh, I need to pack my lunch. Once I complete my check-in with the charge nurse, from that point, I may go to the restroom or either go ahead and like warm up my breakfast or something to that nature. Um, and then from that point, I pretty much just wait for their calls, or I will go ahead and browse through some of the cases, which are mainly the cases of patients that have been there for either quite some time, like for a couple of days. They have some discharge barriers that need to be addressed. So I just kind of go browse through those cases to see if there's anything that I can help out the weekday case manager with. But typically, with it being the weekend, a lot of places are closed. Like a lot of insurances are closed. Some of the like medical equipment agencies are closed. And just things of that nature. So on the weekend, it do be quite a bit of more of a challenge to get in contact with a lot of people that may play a role within the patient's discharge planning because the weekend isn't normal business or operating hours. So from that point, I also would look to see what like initial assessments I could do. So if there were any patients that came into the hospital, say like within the last 24 hours, and there were the case manager from the day before didn't complete like an initial assessment, then I would go and do that. I'll go to the patient's room, verify like their living arrangements prior to hospitalization. Were they able to complete their daily living activities prior to being hospitalized? What support do they have at home? Do they have a living will? Do they have a power of attorney? Do they assigned someone to make health um, health healthcare decisions for them if they were unable to? And I verify, do they have a history of rehab services or home health care services? Um, are they a dialysis patient or a sickle cell patient? Do they have any challenges like affording medications or reporting to doctor's appointments or picking up medications? Do they have any challenges with that? And then I also verify like if they are a veteran because that also plays a role in their discharge planning. Because if they are recommended for like certain health services or a certain medical equipment, a lot of the patients are already like veteran service veteran service connected. So at that point, it's like a different process because we would involve the VA and have them to, cover whatever services is recommended for them, or whatever equipment is recommended for them. So it's like a different process because we have to, let them know what has been recommended, and send them the clinical information, and then go from there. And then also that's a way of their veteran primary care physician to be aware of, uh, the clinical course of the patient as well. Other than that, that's pretty much about it that I'll be doing today. And then from that point, once I complete some initials, I know I've done really with that. I really helped out the weekday case manager to follow up the next business day, and she could go, and then she could go from there. It'll make things a lot easier for her. And then from that point, for the remainder of the day, I just kind of wait for phone calls. I wait for them to, a nurse to call me, let me know, hey, a patient has been cleared for discharge. They need transportation home, or just something to that nature. But at that point, I just really have to be like, really stand by the phone pretty much. We also do have secure chat, so they'll reach out to us, leave a message as well, and go from there. Sometimes the end of our day is like, the end of our day ends at 4:30. So I try to follow up with the nurses like around 3 o'clock. And then, again at like right at 4, and be like, hey, any other matters I need to resolve or look at, or work on, a patient discharging or just something to that nature, to prevent like late phone calls. Because when you get a late phone call, then you end up leaving work late trying to complete the task. So from that point, I think I pretty much just covered the basics of a hospital medical social worker. A medical social worker / case manager in the hospital setting. So for lunch, y'all, what we got today, and breakfast for work today, we have some bacon and grits. We have pineapples. We have some shepherd's pie. And then for snack, we got some animal crackers, and we have some goldfishes. Okay, when I tell you the goal is to go to work to make money, not spend money. Okay, so that's a reference to the debt-free journey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we about to go do these hours. I have my breakfast and my lunch and my snack, and I think we're good to go. So other than that, from this point, I think I done pretty much shared everything in reference to my duties and responsibilities for today. Other than that, if you have any questions or want to chit chat about the social work role in the hospital setting, I'd be great. I'd be happy to chat. Just leave me a comment and go from there. Other than that, y'all take care. God bless.